and Vaishnavis who have joined from different parts of US and some from India and other countries as well. Thank you so much for taking out. For some of you it's morning, for some it's afternoon and evening. Very, very grateful to have your association. And today we are very, very blessed, fortunate and honored that His Grace Gauranga Darshan Prabhu is with all of us. And Prabhuji is a wonderful Vaishnava and has written many, many books on how to present the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and other holy literatures in a very simple way, and written multiple books, over 20 plus books, and continue to write more and more, so that we all can understand this science of Krishna consciousness easily. And Prabhuji is in the renounced ashram. That means he has dedicated his whole life for this purpose, to share bhakti with others and to spread the knowledge of Krishna consciousness, which is a very, very noble cause in this day and age. And Prabhuji is a disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj and has lots and lots of accolades to share. But since we want to hear from Prabhuji, I'll pause here. But let's welcome His Grace Gauranga Darshan Prabhu by 3 times, loudly chanting Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Thank you, Prabhu. Please, over to you.
Thank you. So these are the same children that we met last time?
Yes, most of them are the same. Yeah, we have a group where we do Sunday classes every day, and there's the same group of about 25. Some more devotees and some adults are also here, but mostly the same.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimmirandhasya Gnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Śrī Caitanya-manobhishtam sthapitam yena bhutale Swayam Rupah kada mahyam dadati swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guroh Shri Yutapadakammalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Caitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I welcome all the children for this special session on the pastime of Kaliya. Shubhavilas Govind Prabhu has chosen this topic for you, for whatever reason. So Janmashtami is coming up very soon. Within a couple of weeks we are going to celebrate Janmashtami. And before that we are celebrating Balaram Jayanti, the birthday of Krishna's elder brother. And today is Ekadashi, at least in India. And we just began our Jhulan Yatra celebrations. So in our temple hall, We have kept Radha Banbihari on the Jhulan, and the devotees are nicely swinging the deities while I am spending time with you here. So, we will discuss on this pastime, Kaliya pastime, for an hour or so. And I am sure many of you already knew this pastime, but still, there is nothing wrong in discussing something that we already know. So, idea is to somehow or the other always remember Krishna's pastimes and thus interact with each other and develop love for Krishna together. Okay, so that's the purpose of our discussions. We may not always seek new information in our discussions, but we seek love for Krishna. Right? Are you interested now to hear Kaliya pastime? So, how many of you already know Kaliya pastime? So, we will discuss it based on Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, spoken by Sukadeva Goswami, written by Vyasadeva, heard by all of you, heard by all of us. And we will also discuss this pastime based on few other books where this pastime is so beautifully penned by various authors. Like we will discuss from Harivamsha, Garga Samhita, Ananda Vrindavan Champu, Gopal Champu. There are so many other books that describe Krishna Leela apart from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So we will try to discuss few details of this beautiful, enchanting, sweet pastime of Krishna from the Bhagavatam. So one day, Krishna, as usual, surrounded by his cowhead boyfriends and all the cows and calves, so he went towards the Yamuna river. Somehow that day Balramji was not there. Okay, so the boys, little boys, they became little thirsty. So they went to Yamuna river and then drank some water. As soon as they drank that water, they lost their consciousness and they fell down to the ground, lifeless. Okay. So then Krishna became worried. What happened to my friends? They were just playing with me, talking to me till now, happily. Suddenly what happened to them? They just fainted. So Krishna became so worried and he ran to the bank of the Yamuna river and saw that the water of this lake at Yamuna river, it became contaminated. It became poisoned. Why? Because there was a poisonous snake named Kaliya inside the water. So now his friends drank that poisonous water and they fall down to the ground. They fell down to the ground unconscious. So Krishna has to first revive them. Just by his compassionate glance, merciful glance, Krishna revived all of them. All of them just got up as if they got up from sleep, right? So poison did not affect them at all. So then, and even the Gopas understood that we came back to life because of Krishna's merciful glance. So now Krishna wanted to teach a lesson to Kaliya. So Krishna thought that now that my little friends drank this water and they became unconscious, tomorrow my cows may drink, my calves may drink, few other gopas and gopis and many other forest dwellers and birds, someone might drink this water and they will also get affected. So I must relieve this water of this Yamuna lake from the poison. So what did Krishna do? So Krishna just got up on a tree. He climbed a Kadamba tree and from there he wanted to jump into the water of this Yamuna. Fine. So that because of the poisonous snake which is living inside the water, the lake was boiling. So poison was so fierce and the lake was boiling and the vapors are just coming up from the water and nobody would even go near it. One who comes closer to this lake, even before drinking water from that lake, they will just fall unconscious. And the birds don't fly above that lake because as soon as they try to fly, they just fall down. And even the vegetables and trees and grasses also are not growing close to that lake. So they are just burning because of this fierce poison. So in this way, Krishna jumped into that Kaliya lake when that Kaliya lake is in this kind of situation, right? So simply by coming in contact with this poisonous breeze, people just faint. So there are so many demons who came and troubled the peace of Vrindavan. So who is the horse demon? Anyone knows who is the horse demon in Vrindavan? Yes, Prabhu, Renuka and Sudhir. What is the name of the horse demon?
Keshi, Prabhuji.
Keshi. Okay. What's the name of donkey demon? Who knows the name of donkey demon? Dhenuka, sir. I already got the answer. Sarala. So what is the name of whirlwind demon? Wind demon. You will say. You can unmute yourself and say, yes, Navya. Wind demon. Who is the wind demon?
Trinavrata, Prabhuji.
Trinavrta. Yes, you are right. Wind demon is Trinavrta. Now, who is the snake demon? Who is the snake demon? Yes, Bentyo. Beyond. Yes. Unmute yourself.
Kaliya.
Snake demon. Kaliya is snake demon. There is another snake demon also. You know who is that? Yes, Arana. Aghasur, right, Aghasur. So, Krishna killed many of these demons. So, the difference between all these demons is that whether it is Putana or Trinavarta or Shakatasur or Vatsasur or Vyomasur or Aghasur or Arishtasur or Keshi demon, Krishna killed all of them. But Kaliya, Krishna did not kill. Krishna transformed. So the speciality of Kaliya demon is that Kaliya demon was not killed by Krishna. Kaliya demon was transformed by Krishna, purified by Krishna. All the poison and poisonous thoughts in Kaliya are completely washed off by coming in contact with Krishna's lotus feet. Okay, how did that happen? We will see now. Fine. So Krishna actually descended to subdue all the demons. So the Lord climbed on this Kadamba tree and he tightened his belt, he slapped his arms like this, yes, I can fight with anybody, and he prepared for a battle and jumped into the river. Tam Chandavega Vishaviryamavekshatena Dushtam Nadimcha Khalasam Yamanavataraham Krishna Kadamba Madhiruhya Tatoti Tungam Asphotya Gadharashanonya Patat Vishode. You are okay if I recite some shlokas? If you don't want, then I will skip shlokas and speak the story only. Okay, whatever you feel like. So, tam chanda veda vishaviryam avekshatena. Nobody would even go near the waters of Kaliya lake, which is filled with poison, but Krishna is just jumping into that lake. Okay. How? Krishna kadamba madhiruhya tato atitungam. So, from there he just jumped. Sometimes people want to swim. They go on little higher plane and then from there they jump into the water, right? Similarly, Krishna did not jump from the shore of the Kaliya lake. He climbed a Kadamba tree, from there he jumped. So that, see, if the object falls into the lake from a height, the water will be splashed more. It will just come out more, right? The water will be agitated more. So Krishna wanted to create more agitation in the Kaliya lake. So in this way, Krishna wanted to agitate Kaliya. So, although Krishna is a simple cowhead boy, darling child of Vrindavan, he did this daring act in Vrindavan. Okay, he caused the lake to overflow. At that time, Krishna was hardly 6 years old. So, what's the weight and height of a 6-year-old child? Okay, so when such a 6-year-old child falls into a big lake, will the lake overflow? So you take a cup of water and then put some stone in it. Okay, then water may overflow. You put a needle, water may not overflow because needle is very small. You take a peanut and put it, water will not overflow, isn't it? But in a lake, how much water is there? For that lake to overflow, how much weight should enter the lake? But Krishna is a little 6-year-old boy only, but Krishna just made the water overflow. It's not just the weight of Krishna, it's also the force by which Krishna entered the lake. So all the water just started coming out. And Kaliya has this territory consciousness. You know what is territory consciousness? Means, yeah, Beyanto, you know what is territory consciousness?
He's like very conscious about his territory and like will attack you if you come near it.
Whatever he has, he thinks that it's mine. This is my territory. This is my place. No one should enter this place. Even Dhenukasura also had this kind of consciousness. So Dhenukasura was a donkey demon. So Dhenukasura was guarding this talvan. There are so many tal fruits. So Dhenukasura thought, this is my territory. This is my area. No one should enter this area. We should not be so selfish. We should not think this is mine. I will not share it with anyone. Okay. So that's the mentality of Kaliya. That's the mentality of Dhenukasura. All the demons that Krishna had killed in Vrindavan, they represent some bad qualities in us. Okay. So Kaliya represents which bad quality? Envy. Right? Kaliya represents envy. Just like Krishna killed Kaliya, we should pray to Krishna, Krishna, please kill the envy within my heart. Okay. So all of you little children, you may not have much envy, but sometimes some people in this world may be envious of others. They may be very jealous of others. So we need to understand that if we take shelter of Krishna, Krishna will destroy that envy. So Krishna jumped into the lake and he was just happily sporting. He was swimming. Okay, did you swim? Do you know swimming? I don't know swimming. Okay, so while swimming, you just wave your hands like this, right? So with every movement of his hand, Krishna is splashing water. So when a person is swimming, so when he's moving his hands like this, little water will come out, isn't it? But when Krishna is just moving his hands, the water is rising some 6 feet, 10 feet high and then going on the ground. He was basically agitating the waters. He's not just happily swimming, he's also agitating the waters and agitating Kaliya. So Kaliya thought that, see, Kaliya is there in the depths of this river, and on the surface, a little boy, 6-year-old boy, just happily swimming. But the way in which Krishna swam and agitated the waters just disturbed Kaliya. So Kaliya just came out. So when Kaliya came out, Kaliya became furious. Who is this little boy? So wherever Krishna is present, whenever Krishna comes in front of somebody, with his beautiful bluish bodily complexion, with a nice peacock feather on his head, with his sweet smile, with his flute song, he completely mesmerizes everybody. But Kaliya becomes so furious because there is envy. Okay? So if we have love in our hearts, we can appreciate Krishna's form. But if we have envy in our hearts, we cannot appreciate Krishna's form. Because Kaliya's heart is filled with envy, Kaliya could not appreciate Krishna's form. Kaliya could only envy Krishna's form. Kaliya wanted to kill Krishna. Tam prekshaniya sukumara ghanavadatam Srivatsa vasanam smita sundarasyam Kridantam apratibhayam kamalodaraghrim Sandasya marma surusha bhujaya chachadam. Tam prekshaniya sukumara dhanavadatam. Prekshaniya means that which is worth seeing. Krishna's beautiful childhood form is worth looking at. It completely satisfies the hearts. So do you see Krishna's paintings or deities? Doesn't it satisfy your heart? So here, Kaliya's heart is not satisfied. Kaliya's heart is agitated, disturbed. Srivatsa vasanam smita sundarasyam. Krishna is wearing a beautiful golden dhoti that is of the color of lightning yellow. Smita Sundarasyam, his face is so nicely decorated with a smile, sweet smile. So Kridantam apratibhayam, Kridantam means he's just happily playing, apratibhayam, with absolutely no fear of any enemy. Kamalodarangrim, so Krishna's belly is compared with a lotus, Krishna's feet are also compared with lotuses. So in this way, Krishna is just happily giving his darshan to Kaliya. But what is Kaliya doing? Kaliya is not touching Krishna's lotus feet. Kaliya is just biting Krishna on his chest. Sandasya marma surusha bhujaya chachada. This multi-hooded snake, Kaliya has at least 1,000 hoods, prominent hoods. with all its hoods, he's just trying to bite Krishna like this, snake bite. With one snake bite, one little snake that has one hood, if it bites only, we'll just run away. But here is a 1,000-hooded snake filled with fierce poison, is trying to kill Krishna, but nothing happened to Krishna. After all, Krishna is God. Even though Krishna is in a 6-year-old boy's form, he's God, he's the Supreme Lord. Definitely no poison can affect him. Even as a few days old baby, Putana's poison could not affect him. As a 6-year-old child, how can Kaliya's poison affect him? Whether it is a Rakshasi's poison or a snake's poison, no poison can affect Krishna. Poison cannot affect even devotees also. Who is that devotee who drank some poison accidentally? Who took some poison? Yes, Prabhu. Vayanto. Later Krishna will answer.
The cowboys?
Huh?
The cowboys?
Cowhead boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, cowhead boys. You are right. Next, Krishna. Any devotees who have taken poison? You can.
He had accidentally at Śrī Ranganatha temple. There was a bad priest who wanted to poison him. So in the Nityaṁ he put poison. And then
Ramanujacharya disciple named Anantacharya, he was bitten by a snake. Okay, so by mistake a cobra bit him. Okay, anyone else who has taken poison? Yes, Prahlad, I see one. Arana Patel, yes.
Hiranyakashipu fed Prahlad Maharaj poison.
Yes, you are right. Any other devotees who took poison but survived? Either poison of a snake or just drinking through a food. Okay, I see some. Yes. Shiva took poison, nothing happened to him. Bhima took poison, nothing happened to him. Wow, you know so much. Thank you for all these examples. So poison cannot affect even devotees. How can it affect Krishna? Okay, so nothing happened to Krishna. So that seeing that Krishna is being bitten by some poisonous snake, fierce snake with 1,000 hoods, all the cowhead boys and even cows on the bank of Kaliya, they fainted. Okay, so when Krishna is in trouble, devotees faint. When devotees are in trouble, Krishna becomes disturbed. So he has to go and rescue them. Fine. So then all the bulls and cows and calves were in great distress. They were so sad that Krishna is being caught by this Kaliya snake. And cows especially, they were ready to cry, but they were too shocked to shed tears. Okay, when someone cries, tears come from his eyes, isn't it? But they were so shocked that tears are not coming. But they were sad inside. Okay, completely shocked. And even the devotees in the heavenly planets, they saw so many fearful omens, and they became very concerned about Krishna's safety. Of course, they know that Krishna is very powerful, but at that moment, they became worried about Krishna. Too much of love. Okay. So then, there are so many dangerous omens all over Vrindavan. Where is Krishna now? In the forest, on the bank of Kaliya. Where are the elderly Vrajavasis? They are in the village. So all these Vrajavasis saw so many fearful omens, some inauspicious signs. So seeing that inauspicious signs, they became very much worried. Abala vruddha vanitaha sarvenga pasuvrittayah nijagmar gokuladinaha Krishna darshana lalasaha. Abala vruddha vanitaha. There are different kinds of people, Vrajavasis in Vrindavan. Children, Vruddha means old people, Vanita means ladies. Whether they are ladies or children or very old people, they see children, ladies, old people, they don't go to the forest. They stay in the village only. Right? Very small kids, they cannot go. Little grown-up kids can go along with calves. And very old people, they don't go. And ladies also, they don't go. So they are staying in the village. And only cowhead boys and cowhead men or little grown up, they would go to the forest to tend the cows and calves, isn't it? So whoever is staying inside the village, they started observing some bad omens, and it is said that when the left eye of a man just vibrates, it's inauspicious. Okay, so or the right side of the body of a woman vibrates, it's inauspicious, something like that. So they started seeing so many omens, bad omens within their bodies, within the climate, and they became worried. So whenever there are some inauspicious signs that we see, generally we become worried about our own welfare. Oh, what is going to happen to me? Okay, will I fail in my exam? Or will I meet with an accident? We think about ourselves, right? Our own safety. But the Vrindavan Vasis are not like that. All the Brajavasis started thinking about Krishna's safety. What happened to Krishna? Why am I seeing this dangerous omen? So they became very much worried about Krishna. They immediately wanted to see Krishna, because they thought that Krishna must be in danger, and somehow on that day Krishna went to the forest without Balramji. So they wanted to go and see Krishna immediately. Some people were churning butter, they left in the middle. Some people were eating food, they left in the middle. Some people were decorating themselves, they left their decoration in the middle. Okay, some people were doing some other household activities, they left it in the middle. So like that, all of them ran towards Kaliya lake. But I have a question here that you need to answer. So how did all the Vrajavasis know that Krishna is on the bank of Kaliya lake? Krishna is in Kaliya lake. Anyone who has not spoken so far? You can raise your hands if you... Yes, Krishna.
That's because they probably saw all the fumes and a lot of unconscious people over there, the cowherd boys and the cowherd men, because they could probably be passing, and then they passed it on to someone else and someone else. And that's how everybody got to know it.
Okay, a good possibility, good guess. Any other options? Basically, let me tell you the situation. Krishna entered the Kaliya lake, and Kaliya started biting Krishna. And Kaliya also coiled Krishna with his body, the snake's body. So Kaliya completely arrested Krishna in his coils. And all the people who are on the bank of Kaliya lake, they fainted. Some people were conscious, some people were unconscious, some people were very much worried, some people were crying, shedding tears. So they are in the forest, and all these little children and women and old people, they are in the village. So they also felt that Krishna must be in some danger. They all reached the Kaliya lake. So how did they reach? Any other options? Yes, Beanto.
They just ran to the lake. They ran to the lake. Or they saw people running to the lake, so they decided to go.
Okay. Anyone else? Yes, Rama. There is Rama and there is Krishna here.
They might have saw the Kaliya trapping Krishna. They might have saw Krishna in Kaliya's coils. So they and unconscious people. So they would be searching everywhere, but the only place they can search is there.
Okay, good. Navya, unmute yourself. Yeah. Unmute yourself.
Maybe some of the cowherd boys were really worried about Krishna, so they went and told the people.
Messengers. Okay, good. We'll take 2 more options. Thank you, Navya, for that. Sampada?
Hare Krishna, I'm guessing that maybe Balram told them.
Okay. That's a possibility. Next, Ethereal.
Hare Krishna. Maybe because of their love, they kind of knew where Krishna was.
Yes. So now let me tell you what Bhagavatam says. So there are so many. Thank you so much for all your contributions. Okay. Krishna, whenever he walks in Vrindavan, he doesn't wear shoes. He would leave his auspicious footprints on the land of Vrindavan. These auspicious footprints are the ornaments of Mother Earth. So cows and calves and monkeys and peacocks or gopas or gopis or buffaloes or pigeons or whoever, they will not disturb those footprints. It's very easy to locate where Krishna is in Vrindavan because Krishna's footprints are always there on the land of Vrindavan, and his footprints are very special. They have some auspicious symbols there. So you can follow the footprints of Krishna and then reach where Krishna is. So all the cowhead boys and people who are in the village of Vrindavan, they followed the footprints of Krishna and they reached Kaliya lake. And they saw, to their surprise, they were so astonished. Even Mother Yashoda came, all the elderly gopis came, and all the little children came, old people came, gopas came, everybody came there, following Krishna's footprints, and they saw Krishna being bound in Kaliya's coils, completely bound. So Krishna has the capacity to release himself from these coils, but Krishna did not release himself from the coils. He allowed himself to be bound by Kaliya's coils for one muhurta. What is muhurta? Muhurta means 48 minutes, right? Muhurta means 48 minutes. So for 48 minutes, Krishna allowed Kaliya to arrest him in his coils. But why did he do so? Because when Krishna is in such a danger, all the Vrajavasis, all the parents of Krishna and all the elderly gopas and gopis, they were worried about Krishna, and in such a state of anxiety, their love for Krishna is increasing. One child said they love Krishna. Of course they love Krishna. That's why they could understand that Krishna is in some danger. So seeing Krishna in danger, their love and concern for Krishna is increasing more and more. Their affection for Krishna is increasing more and more, and Krishna is tasting that affection. Just like mother always loves the child, but when the child gets some fever, mother's attention and care and love for the child increases even more, isn't it? Do you agree with me? So when the child is in some danger, mother's attention for the child and care and remembrance of the child will be very intense, right? Full focus, not focusing on anything else. So like that, all the Vrajavasis on the banks of Kaliya lake, they experienced intensified love for Krishna at this moment, and Krishna is experiencing that intense love. Just to experience that enhanced love for him from the Vrajavasis side, Krishna allowed himself to be bound by Kaliya's coils, right? So not that Krishna was incapable of releasing himself. So at one moment Krishna thought that, my God, if I just continue to be like this, maybe these people will die. So I must immediately release myself. Because when your anxiety increases, then one may fall unconscious, one may even die also. So here Mother Yashoda was too much in anxiety. Nanda Maharaj was very much in anxiety. You know, some Nanda Maharaj and then few other cowhead men, elderly men, they were entering Kaliya lake to protect Krishna. They were not thinking about their own danger. Okay, they were not thinking that, okay, Kaliya lake, Kaliya serpent may kill me, or I may die because of poisonous waters. They were about to enter, but Balramji immediately caught them and then pulled them back. Every single person on the bank of this Kaliya lake was in deep anxiety and sadness and distress and tears, except one person. Who is that one person who was not at all fearful? Okay, who will answer this? Vaidehi?
Hare Kṛṣṇa Prabhuji, was it Balram?
Yes, it was Balram. Because Balram knew that Krishna is very powerful. Balram knew the power of Krishna, so he never suspected that Krishna would be affected by Kaliya in any way. And Balram was also smiling. Not that he was not sad only, he was also smiling. Within everybody is crying and he is smiling. Why is he smiling? Who will answer this question? Why Balram is smiling? Yes, Lakshay.
Hare Kṛṣṇa Prabhuji, it might be because he knows that that this is one of Krishna's pastimes, and in most of the pastimes that Krishna goes against demons, Krishna always wins against them.
Okay, okay. He knows that it's Krishna's pastime, no doubt. Anyone else? I can see Bhakti Mataji. You want to answer? Or anyone else?
If
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Balram is smiling because he knows that Krishna is powerful, and he also knows that he will never get affected by no demons.
Okay, correct. You're right, Isha.
Because Balaram knows that Krishna might not get hurt.
Yes, all of you are right. But you can see a more right answer in the chat box, because he sleeps in Anantasesha. So, Lord Vishnu sleeps on Anantasesha, snake bed, isn't it? Vishnu sleeps on snake bed. Have you seen that picture anytime? Okay. So, that Anantasesha is a form of Balram, is an expansion of Balram. So, Balramji was thinking that my dear Lord Krishna would sleep on me, but he would never play with me like this. And now he is playing with this water snake Kaliya. Okay, so Balram just smiled. He never played with me like this. He's playing with this Kaliya snake. So Balramji got some smile. But he was little empathetic and sympathetic towards all the Vrajavasis. He was trying to console them. Nothing will happen. Don't worry, just wait for a while. So Krishna understood that, okay, my Vrajavasis are getting affected. So I should not be, this is the picture. So I should not allow myself to be arrested by Kaliya anymore. So let me, okay, I lost, am I online? So let me release myself. So Krishna just inside, he just expanded himself slightly. Okay. So just imagine, this is your fist, and then you are holding one finger here. Okay. You're holding the finger very tightly. Just imagine your finger is just becoming fatter and fatter. Okay. The finger is expanding from inside. Okay. So you can't handle it, right? You have to leave the grip, right? You can't hold it. Inside your finger is just expanding like this. You can't hold it. So similarly, Krishna, 6-year-old boy, he is just expanding himself in a little subtle way. Not that he became like a Virat Rup or Vishwarup there. So he is just slightly increasing his strength, and Kaliya could not hold Krishna within his coils. Kaliya just released Krishna. And Krishna took that opportunity and then jumped and sat on the head of Kaliya, stood on the head of Kaliya. And snake's body is very slippery, very cold. It's very difficult to stand there. And on top of it, the snake is not just steadily standing there. Okay, Krishna, please stand very happily on my hoods. But I will not move, don't worry. Kaliya is not saying like that. Every hood of Kaliya is trying to bite Krishna and kill Krishna at every moment. But Krishna is just happily standing there. And if this hood is moving, Krishna would jump on another hood. Like that, there are 100 stages for Krishna. Have you ever danced on a stage which is moving, which is cold, which is not very steady, which is not very flat? So Krishna started dancing on the hoods of Kaliya. Okay, Krishna was dancing with perfect harmony, and all the devotees who were on the bank of this Kaliya lake, they were so enlivened, they were so happy. Till now they were in anxiety. Krishna was arrested, what's going to happen? Krishna may die. They were thinking like that, but now they became very encouraged. They were astonished. So they were speechless. They were watching what's happening here. Krishna is just standing on the hoods of Kaliya. And then Krishna, there is a very long story, I'm just putting it short. So Krishna just jumped into the water and started playfully circling around Kaliya. So Kaliya is trying to catch Krishna and bite Krishna and kill Krishna, but Krishna is just swimming in the water and then making Kaliya just chase him inside the water. Kaliya is going like this, and Krishna is also going like this, and then Kaliya is just circling himself, and Krishna is not getting caught in Kaliya's grip. Okay, so after making Kaliya chase him so much, Krishna completely depleted the energy of Kaliya. So, and when devotee chased Krishna, you know who is the devotee who chased Krishna? Sometimes demons chase Krishna. Now you should tell me the name of one devotee who chased Krishna and a demon who chased Krishna. Okay, who will say? Yes, Bhakti. There is. I lost. Okay.
Yashoda
Yashoda Mata, right. Then ethereal. Who is the demon who chased Krishna? Kaliya is one. Who chased Krishna?
I was going to also say Yashoda Mata for a devotee.
Yes, Yashoda Mata is that devotee who chased Krishna. And yes, Isha, who is the demon who chased Krishna?
Kaliya.
Kaliya is one, right? Any other example? I want another example. Yes, Krishna.
Kalayavana.
Kalayavana, very good. Okay, Kaliya and Kalayavana, both names also match. So Kalayavana chased Krishna. Kaliya chased Krishna. Could they catch Krishna? No. Mother Yashoda chased Krishna. And while playing, all the Gopas also chased Krishna during their games in the forest. They could catch Krishna. So who can catch Krishna? Anybody can chase Krishna, but only a devotee can catch Krishna. So Krishna is not caught by demons. Krishna is caught only by devotees. So Mother Yashoda chased Krishna and she could finally catch Krishna and even bind Krishna, not just catching. And the Gopas, they chased Krishna, they would catch Krishna, they would even wrestle with Krishna, they would defeat Krishna also. So only a devotee can catch Krishna, not demons. Okay. So here we see that Kaliya could not catch Krishna. And then after completely exhausting Kaliya's energy, Krishna thought, okay, I should do something more. And all the devotees, Brajavasis on the banks of Kaliya lake, they were feeling that what happened now? We can't see Kaliya, we can't see Krishna also. Earlier they could see Krishna bound by the coils of Kaliya. Okay. Now they are unable to see Krishna and Kaliya. They both are underwater. They were anxious. What happened? What happened again? So just to encourage them again, Krishna came out of water. Kaliya also came out of water. Okay. So when Kaliya came out of water, Krishna jumped on Kaliya's hoods again. Now he started jumping. Every hood, Krishna would just jump on every hood and pound. So just when a 6-year-old boy just goes on father's lap or mother's lap and then does all kinds of things, they may even jump also, it doesn't hurt the body of elders. But here, the 6-year-old boy Krishna was jumping on the hoods of Kaliya. It's like some 1 ton weight is falling on his head. Okay, so because of that weight of Krishna, because of the force of Krishna with which he is falling on the hoods of Kaliya, Kaliya started vomiting blood, vomiting poison. Along with the poison and blood, Kaliya also vomited all his envy. So Krishna is physically exhausting Kaliya. Krishna is physically making Kaliya completely be deprived of his energy and also deprived of his envy. Okay, so physically he became very exhausted and subtly also he was devoid of envy. So Krishna till now playfully circled around Kaliya, but now Krishna started purifying Kaliya. So Krishna protected all the Vrajavasis from Kaliya's poison, and Krishna protected Kaliya from his own poison of envy. So snake's poison will affect others, not the snake. But an envious person's envy will affect himself, not only others. So here Kaliya has a lot of envy, not just poison. Poison is just a physical thing. Okay. But Kaliya has a lot of envy. Krishna protected Kaliya from his own envy. The envy is basically self-envy. If you are envious of someone, whether we ruin others or not, whether we harm others or not with that envy, we harm ourselves. We lose our peace. So that envious feeling within ourselves, which causes anger and frustration and then negativity within the heart, that will completely ruin ourselves. So Krishna wanted to purify Kaliya not only from poison but also from the poison of envy within himself. So Kaliya became completely humbled now. So after humiliation, humility will come. Okay. So Kaliya was deprived of all his power now. So in this way, Krishna is protecting everybody. So Krishna, although he punishes the demons or even kills the demons, he will only protect. So that's why it is said, Krishna rakshatu no jagatraya guru Krishnam namadham sada Krishne nakhila shatravo vinihita Krishnaya tasmai namah Krishna deva samuthitam jagadidam Krishnasya dasosmyaham Krishne tishtati vishvametadakhilam He Krishna rakshasvamam. Krishna rakshatu no jagatraya guru. Krishna is the teacher of all the three worlds. Let Krishna always protect us. Just as Krishna protected all the Vrajavasis from the poison of Kaliya, just as Krishna protected Kaliya from the poison of his own envy, let Krishna always protect us. Okay. So Kaliya is completely humbled. He is on the verge of death, and Krishna was just till now Krishna was jumping up and down on the hoods of Kaliya. Whichever hood is not surrendering, whichever hood is rising to bite Krishna, Krishna will jump on that hood. Okay. And how many hoods are there? There are thousands of hoods, 1,000 prominent hoods. Now Krishna may be standing on one hood. There are 999 hoods, or many more also. There are many more hoods. So if Krishna is just doing one by one, how much time he needs to subdue and then make every hood surrender? Krishna is super fast, extremely fast. Okay, Krishna within 1 second he can just cover 100 hoods also, or he can cover 1,000 hoods also. Okay, Krishna is everywhere. At any moment you see Krishna appearing on all the hoods of Kaliya, subduing every hood. He's super fast. Okay, humanly it may seem impossible, but Krishna is not doing a human activity here. He is doing a superhuman activity. Can you just imagine Krishna within one body, in one form, he danced with all the gopis of Vrindavan. You know, in the Rasa Leela, Krishna expanded himself into unlimited Krishnas and danced with each and every gopi lovingly. Okay, that you know. But sometimes Krishna in one form only, he dances with all the gopis. There are hundreds and thousands of gopis. How can he dance? One Krishna dance with all the gopis? You may think like that. But Krishna is super fast in his dancing. He is very swiftly moving from one gopi to another gopi, and there is a continuity there. You want an example? I often give this example because it is very easy for me because I am staying next to my chargers. Okay, you see, there is a charger. You have seen the charger? So I just rotate it here. Where is this? Okay. Are you seeing a circle here? You are seeing circle, right? So on the surface, on the circumference of the circle, you are seeing only this. This is only one, but you can see it on the circle, above the circle, everywhere, isn't it? Why? Because I am moving it very fast. And I move it very fast, you can see it everywhere on the circle, but there is no circle, there is only one line here. If this one line, one wire is moving so fast, you can see a line everywhere and circle everywhere, isn't it? If a little wire can move so fast, how fast Krishna can move? Okay, Krishna is faster than mind. Krishna is faster than wind. Krishna can simultaneously reciprocate with every single devotee. Where are you staying now? Is Florida? I don't know what is your place. So you are worshipping Krishna deities there. Somebody is worshipping Krishna's deity in Delhi, somebody in Bangalore, somebody in Hyderabad, somebody in London, somebody in Australia, somebody in America. So same Krishna, one person, receiving worship from hundreds and thousands of devotees across the globe. And I just spoke about some places in one planet only. There are unlimited planets in the universe. There are unlimited universes, isn't it? So Krishna is super fast in receiving service and reciprocating with that service and showering his blessings, right? So Krishna was dancing so fast on the hoods of Kaliya, and then at this moment when all the hoods of Kaliya became very humbled, so they were all bending, they were not raising only, no strength only. So when he was on the verge of death, the wives of Kaliya came there. Kaliya had so many wives, so and then many kids, little kids also. So all the children and the wives came to Krishna and Krishna was just happily standing on the hoods of Kaliya. So far he danced nicely. Such a wonderful dance performance. So if someone claims that I am God in this world, you can ask him, oh really? I will accept that you are God if you sleep on snake bed. You should tell him. Or I will accept that you are God if you dance on snake's hood. Just show me your dance. He may dance like this. No, not on the floor, not on the snake. On the snake hood you should dance. Then I will accept you as God. You should do this check. Okay. So then all the Nagapatnis, means the wives of Kaliya, came and offered prayers to Krishna. Krishna, you are extremely benevolent. You are so merciful. The dust from your lotus feet is not obtainable by anybody on the planet. And even great yogis cannot even get darshan of your lotus feet within their minds. But this Kaliya, this poisonous, envious serpent Kaliya, got the dust from your lotus feet on his head. What great fortune. So we could never imagine even in our wildest dreams that this fellow will get any mercy. Okay. He made him surrender. Not just making him surrender, you have given the dust from your lotus feet, you have placed your lotus feet on his head, every single head. So such an unimaginable mercy. Just like Krishna killed Putana, but he gave her the position of a mother in the spiritual world. Krishna defeated Kaliya, but he gave the dust from his lotus feet on all his hoods, and he imprinted his auspicious footprints. The marks of his footprints are pressed on every hood of Kaliya. So you see Kaliya's hood, you will see Krishna's lotus feet there, right? He imprinted. So like that, when you have your hand, you just press it with your finger or fingernail or just with some phone like that. It's an impression is formed, right? Right? The more you press, the deeper is the impression. So now Krishna is just pounding, is just jumping up and down on the hoods of Kaliya. The impressions of his footprints are there on every single hood. So that's the fortune of Kaliya. So although Kaliya was demoniac, his wives were devotees. Okay, any other example you remember where the husband is good but wife is bad? Wife is good and husband is bad. Any examples? Where husband is demoniac and wife is very chaste and good. Yes, Krishna. Ramana Mandadar is a good example. Very good. Anyone else? Brahmanas, yeah. So Brahmana Patnis, the wives of Brahmanas are very chaste and devotees. People are ritualistic. Anyone else? Isha?
Hiranyakashipu.
Hiranyakashipu Khayadu. Okay. Anyone else? Sahas. You have an answer?
Hiranyakashipu.
Okay, fine. So like that we see that just because somebody is related to someone who is demoniac, that does not mean everybody who is connected to demons are demons only. As many of you said, Prahlad was born as a demon, the son of a demon, but he was not a demon. He did not have any demoniac quality. Vibhishan, he was born in the demoniac dynasty as a brother of Ravana, but he was a pure devotee, right? So like that, one's devotion is not dependent on one's family or affiliation or wife or husband or children or father or mother, etc. One can be a great devotee, but the family members may not be great devotees. Okay. Or family may be devotees, but a person who is born in that family need not be a devotee. Okay. Just like Anga Maharaj is there. So he is a great devotee, but his son Vena is a cruel king. Yes, Bhakti, have a question or some answer?
Yeah, I have a question, Prabhuji.
Okay. Questions after few minutes. Okay, I am going to complete in just 4 or 5 minutes. Then we will take questions. Fine. So all the Nagapatnis, the wives of Kaliya, they came and offered prayers to Krishna. So they even got Arti paraphernalia. They are staying in Kaliya has made a very nice house inside the lake only. all the pillars and slab and the doors and windows of that house are made of water only, water pillars. Have you ever seen water pillars? But Kaliya has constructed a very beautiful house under water, and somehow they got arti plates, arti paraphernalia, and then started offering arti to Krishna. Okay, so in this way, Kaliya wives prayed for the welfare of Kaliya, and Kaliya started begging Krishna forgiveness. I'm really sorry, I have troubled all your devotees, I have offended you, my dear Lord, please forgive me. But I'm very, very fortunate that I got your mercy. Okay, so in this way, Kaliya was completely transformed. So Krishna blessed Kaliya by the touch of his lotus feet on his head. Now, why Kaliya was staying inside this Kaliya lake? Because Kaliya was afraid of Garuda. So there's a big backstory. I don't know how much time we have. So some time back, all the snakes have made an arrangement with Garuda that they will make some offerings to Garuda. Then Garuda said, okay, fine. And it was the turn of Kaliya to make an offering to Garuda. But Kaliya did not give that offering to Garuda. Kaliya ate it himself. Then after some time there was a big fight between Kaliya and Garuda, and then Kaliya just ran away and came to this Vrindavan and this Yamuna lake. And Garuda was cursed by a sage named Saubhari not to come there. That's another big story. Let me not tell you so many things now in this short class. So Kaliya is staying here. So now Krishna said, okay, Kaliya, I'm very happy that you have become transformed, but you cannot stay. You cannot stay in Vrindavan. Get out of this place. Then Kaliya said, if I go out of this place, your devotee Garuda will catch me and punish me. Then Krishna said, no, my Garuda will not touch you, because Garuda will see my footprints on your hoods, so he will respect you, he will not kill you. Don't worry, you can go out. Okay, and never become envious of innocent people like this anymore. And then Kaliya thought that, okay, Garuda is your bird carrier. Wherever you want to go, Garuda will take you on his back. Can you also make me your vehicle, your carrier? Okay, then I will also take you wherever you want me to take. You can ride on me. Have you ever seen in some South Indian temples, there are nice carvings on the pillars where Krishna is riding on Kaliya. Okay, there's Kaliya and then Krishna is standing there, and then Kaliya is just taking, Kaliya can fly also. Kaliya is taking Krishna to from one place to another place. So Kaliya offered himself as a vehicle, as a carrier to Lord Krishna, and Krishna became very happy with Kaliya's service and transformation overall. Then Kaliya left from there, Kaliya's wives left from there, and Krishna came out of that Kaliya lake. And all the waters of Kaliya lake became completely purified by Krishna's touch. So far they were poisonous, now they are not poisonous anymore. All the lotuses started blooming, all the aquatics became very happy, and all the birds started flying, and all the vegetation again grew up. In this way, all the Vrajavasis became so happy to have Krishna back in their loving company. As soon as Krishna came out of Kaliya lake, then Mother Yashoda immediately went and embraced Krishna. Nanda Maharaj embraced Krishna. All the cows and calves came and started licking Krishna's body, and the Gopas became so excited. They took Krishna and then threw him in the sky and then caught him again. They were so excited. They were sharing their happiness. And the younger gopis, they were at a distance. Because of culture, they were at a distance. They were appreciating Krishna and then showering their loving glances and smiles upon Krishna. So now the pastime is over. What are these people supposed to do? They should go back home, isn't it? But not a single gopa or gopi or cow or a calf or a monkey or a peacock is in a mood to go back home. They all wanted to stay there only and stare at Krishna. Just stay here. So Krishna thought, well, let's go home. They said, no, we'll stay here only. None of the Vrajavasis are in a mood to go back home. See, when they saw these dangerous omens, The Vrajavasis just immediately came to the bank of Kaliya lake. They did not lock their doors. No, they were not thinking, I didn't lock my door. Okay, I left something on the stove. Maybe it got burned. Okay, so maybe some thieves must have caught my property. None of them had any worry about anything that they had. Because in Vrindavan, everything is meant for pleasure of Krishna. In Vrindavan, there are no thieves. There is only one thief. That is Krishna. In Vrindavan, Krishna is the thief. Who can steal in Vrindavan other than Krishna? Unless Krishna empowers and takes few other thieves along with him. Okay, so they have absolutely no worry about their property. Okay, and it's not that they wanted to stay there because their property is secure. They just forgot everything. They love Krishna. Krishna said, okay, fine, no problem. We'll stay here only. So all of them stayed there on the bank of Kaliya that whole night. So they had some kind of discussions, and then happily they were singing and dancing and eating and doing many things, and they slept finally. Suddenly, there was a big forest fire. Okay, because it's forest. In forest, nobody will take kerosene or petrol and then put a matchstick there or a lighter there. So in forest, the bamboos, the dry bamboos, they rub against each other, and because of that friction and wind, some fire is generated. Okay, and that fire will go from one tree to another tree, one tree to another tree, and then burn the entire forest. So now there was a forest fire, and all the gopas and gopis just got up from their sleep, and they saw forest fire everywhere. Then Krishna went and swallowed that forest fire within a moment, and fire is gone. And again, green Vrindavan is there around. Okay, so in this way, Krishna protected the Vrajavasis once again. So like that, there are so many pastimes. Although Krishna performs so many superhuman activities in Vrindavan, right in front of the eyes of Yashoda, Ananda, and all the gopas and gopis, nobody will think that he is God. So Vrajavasis don't think that Krishna is God. They may not even consciously know that Krishna is God in one sense, but they love God more than anyone else could ever love God. In Vrajavasis, you don't see reverence or respectful feelings for Krishna. You only see love and affection for Krishna. In Vrindavan, Krishna's form and Krishna's activities are characterized by such innocence, simplicity. But in other places, Krishna may exhibit his majesty, grandeur and opulence. But in Vrindavan, Krishna is very simple and innocent. And all the Vrajavasis are also very simple and pure-hearted and innocent. So these are some nice pastimes from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Thank you very much. Kanithara Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Yes, any questions? Bhakti, you have a question.
One question was when Prahlad was he was born with Hiranyakashipu, but why didn't he born like a demon?
Oh, he was born like a demon, but he did not have any qualities of demons. Because when Prahlad was inside the womb of his mother, there is Narada Muni, you know Narada Muni? So Narada Muni came and spoke all Krishna's pastimes to Prahlad's mother. But Prahlad's mother could not concentrate on what Narada Muni is speaking. She was thinking about her son, she was thinking about her husband, she could not focus. But Prahlad did not have any anxiety, he completely focused on what Narada Muni was teaching him. So he became a pure devotee. Even before birth only he became a devotee. Just that he is born in the family of demons, but he was not a demon. He did not have any qualities of demons. Okay, Bhakti? Any other question? Okay, no more questions. Yes, Shubhavilas Govind Prabhu, I'll take your leave. Thank you so much. I'm very happy to see so many wonderful children enthusiastically hearing Hari Katha. Very happy and blessed to be in your association. I wish all the best for your studies and career and health and devotion. Okay, thank you very much. Yes, Isha, I have a question.
Why didn't Krishna kill Kaliya?
Oh, because Krishna knew that Kaliya will get transformed. It's not necessary for Krishna to kill every single demon. If there is a possibility that the demon will change, will transform, then Krishna will try to transform first. For example, Duryodhan was there. He's a demoniac person. And this Duryodhan did not want to give the kingdom back to the Pandavas. What did Krishna do? He did not immediately go and kill him. First Krishna went to Duryodhan, had some nice discussion. Duryodhan, you just give the kingdom back to Pandavas, then there will be no war, you will be safe and they will also be safe and all the warriors will be safe. But Duryodhan did not listen. Okay, when somebody becomes so adamant, Krishna is obliged to kill. But Krishna's first option is not to kill. Krishna also sees a possibility whether a person can be transformed. Okay, and also Krishna knew that Kaliya will become his vehicle very soon. Okay, Isha, are you okay with this answer?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Karina?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dhanava Pranam, all words of Srila Prabhupada. Prabhuji, I don't have a question. I just want to say thank you so much for teaching us this pastime. I'm such a big fan of you. The book you wrote, Bhagavatam tells, I always read it. I love it. I love it, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Karina. Thank you so much. Hari Hari. Then Arna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. My question is, like, during the Agasura pastime, Balaram, I think he didn't come because he's Anantashesh and Krishna didn't want him to come. Is that true?
I completely didn't get. Can you say that again?
Okay. So Balaram didn't come during the Agasura pastime because Krishna didn't want him to see him kill Agasura. Is that true?
Aghasur. Not that he did not want him to see. Maybe that is also a possibility. Basically, Balaram coming and stealing all the cows and gopas was not known to Balramji for 1 year almost. Just 4 or 5 days before only Balramji came to know. So Balramji did not realize that he was playing with expansions of Krishna only for 1 full year. So just 4 or 5 days before the year was completed, he came to know that these are all expansions of Krishna. They are all Krishna's only. Okay. Yeah, I think your reason also may be correct. Okay, Krishna did not want that thing to be revealed to Balram. Otherwise, how will Balram enjoy his pastimes with Krishna for that 1 full year? Okay. Okay. Any other question or comment?
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this wonderful nectarian Krishna Katha and Kaliya Krishna Katha. Very, very nice, and so many practical lessons you shared. We are also grateful. So let's express our deepest gratitude to His Grace Gauranga Darshan Prabhu for such wonderful Krishna Katha and sharing such thoughtful lessons. So we can chant 3 times now, Hari Bol, to express our gratitude. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Shubhendra, for nicely training all these children. My humble respects to you and all the parents of these children who are cultivating them so nicely and giving them exposure to spiritual life and Krishna's pastimes at such a tender age. Very inspiring and refreshing to see and meet all of them. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. His Great Gauranga Darshan Prabhu ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhye vachapatitanam. To all the Vaishnavas for joining, and especially to all the kids for your enthusiastic bhakti. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.